to you.
All right, let's go ahead and talk streamers.
Full stream ahead.
All right.
Oh, Andy's shifting.
Before we get into our streams of the week,
arms.
yeah, I've stretched my arms out because I want to say a couple things. One, I want to let people know what the section is. Full stream ahead is our opportunity to tell you, if you're taking the approach that we kind of prescribe for most, for a lot of leagues, which is stream the quarterback position. Spend your early draft picks on running backs, wide receivers that are more valuable to your team because quarterbacks score so much. So we have this section we like to talk about streaming quarterbacks, which are guys that are available in more than 50% of leagues, pretty much. Isn't that our standard, 60%?
Yeah, right around there, yes.
So let me just say this. We give you these guys. This is not go bench your superstar quarterback and play these guys. This is if you're streaming and need a good matchup and a good start, these are guys that we like to stream this week, okay?
Yes.
I say that because I got some word from people saying, I benched Drew Brees to play your stream of the week.
Well, that being said, I probably no. I'm just saying. Last week, Drew Brees, nobody saw that 7-touchdown game coming, and
clearly I did. I just kept it to myself.
he would have, but yeah, I mean, you're not benching.
I will say this: if you are an Andrew Luck owner, you may want to pay attention to these three guys.
Fair enough.
I'm not playing Andrew Luck this week
against Denver.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's
so
gonna be
I'm
bad.
going with Tyrod Taylor. He's back. He's back, everybody. And he put up almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns the last time he played Miami. He's playing Miami again. Their defense got very exposed. The letdown of Guns Mahoney as the new coach kind of fell apart there as the Patriots just destroyed them.
Dismantled, disassembled, destroyed, all of those words.
Exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever your derogatory comment was. That's what happened to Miami last week, and Tyrod Taylor has been a spectacular fantasy quarterback, and he's been quite a good real-life quarterback.
They seem to take their time getting him back, too.
Yes,
so he's back in
I
full
believe
bore.
Tyrod Taylor's fully healthy. He's good to go. You pick him up, and this is a streamer who may turn into your every-week quarterback.
Jason, who's yours?
Yeah, well, mine is similar.
You got to hit the button.
Oh, yeah.
Send in the car. Send in the car.
A similar vein in the sense that this is a quarterback that's quickly becoming a guy that can be near an every week starter because Derek Carr has gone up against 2 really tough matchups in San Diego and the Broncos and had good games. The
Jets, you mean?
Yes, the Jets.
Yes, the Jets.
And all 3.
He was okay against the Broncos, but he was great against the Jets.
But by comparison to what other people have done against the Broncos,
compared to Aaron Rodgers,
my point is he has been playing good. He's been playing great in good matchups.
He's been playing well.
And good. Oh yeah, you're right. Playing well. Thank you, Mike. Playing well in hard matchups, and so he's got Pittsburgh, which has been a decent matchup lately, decent defense, and I expect this game with Big Ben another week back to be higher scoring. So Derek Carr is still available in a lot of leagues, and he's just been slinging it, and he's got the weapons to use now. So Derek Carr should be owned. Pick him up.
All right, I'm going to go with the ambiguous Jets quarterback versus Jacksonville at home. I think it'll be Ryan Fitzpatrick, and so that's kind of why this is my start. I like them at home, bounce back. Decker's been playing well. Marshall, I expect to play. So keep an eye on it.
At home versus Jacksonville.
At home versus Jacksonville.
Yes, that's a solid matchup for a quarterback.
And this has been a pretty resilient Jets team this year. When they've lost, they've come back in a big way. I expect their defense to be better. And I expect whoever's behind center, hopefully it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, to be a worthy start this week as a streamer. So not a ton of great options in the streaming world, so he's kind of my favorite of what's left. And you guys snuck into the show doc beforehand because Tyrod Taylor was at the top of my list
for stealing Chris Johnson. Last week.
Yeah, that's what I get. So, all right, that's it for today's show. Thanks again for listening to the Fantasy Footballers podcast. You can find us on Twitter at the FF Ballers.
And some people were asking about the shirts. Where can people find the shirts, Andy?
Sure thing. Yes, if you go to the website thefantasyfootballers.com. At the top of the page, there is a green button that says shirts. So if you want to buy a Fantasy Footballers shirt in any color you want.
Any color imaginable.
If you
Even
want
a
that
hoodie.
Yeah.
The hoodies and long sleeves. But yeah, it helps.
Thank you.
It helps support the show. And speaking of supporting the show, we're an independent podcast. And we this is our full-time job. So head over to jointhefoot.com if you want to be a part of the show, just helping us out and helping yourself out with getting some great fantasy advice from other fans of the show, from us, exclusive stuff like an extra episode every single week.
Yeah, absolutely. So check it out, jointhefoot.com, and check us out. We're also on YouTube and the Fantasy Sports Network, and we will be back again tomorrow answering listener questions for the entire show. So stay tuned.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thefantasyfootballers.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.